Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video here in Moscow, Russia. Now today we're going to have a walk around Grillfest 2022. So this is in Moscow region. It's held over a couple of days. Today is the last day, Sunday afternoon, and we're going to go check it out and see what nice food they've got. We'll have a look at some barbecues and just see what's going on. Okay, let's go. First thing I just want to point out is just how long the line is to get in here. It's kind of been never-ending for the last hour or two. I've just done a bit of a walk around. I'm doing another walk around and just a bit of a line. But just a little bit cautious about what you bring in here. You know, make sure you're not going to bring anything in that's not too friendly, I guess. So there's a bit of a mix of things here. There's a lot of barbecue companies, I guess you would call it, selling different types of barbecues, and then there's also lots of food and places to drink as well. So it is basically a festival or an event. So we'll have a walk around and see what we can see. So not only can you come and check out the barbecues, this guy's also telling us you know, good barbecuing techniques. It's actually been recorded as well, and then there's people kind of gathering around checking it out. Здравствуйте. It's very interesting. So these couple of minutes I've just voiced over a little bit because the music was super loud. So this is kind of the just after the entrance part where we walked in. Lots of stalls and some of the branded companies there as well. You saw Weber a little bit earlier. Just off on the right there was a drink manufacturer promoting their brand. And then just different stalls here with different food offerings and places to kind of hang out. Here was a schedule of all the different kind of master classes that they were doing, which is kind of neat. You could kind of schedule what time you wanted to see one of the more popular kind of chefs that were in action. Here's another food stall. There was a lot of places. You know, really it was probably close to maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 or more different food outlets. There's a guy with the big trailer type barbecue here. These were very popular around the place, walking through all the different exhibits that we saw. And here's a huge kind of smoker type barbecue. It was kind of like a twin axle trailer there. You can see how big it was. It was just massive. And these guys kind of set up, and then they've got the stall off to the side where they're selling different things. So yeah, this is my friend right here looking at it as well. Here's some more food. And they've got the open barbecues right there. Here's the shashlik. You can see the meat on a stick here, kind of like shush kebabs, I guess you could call them. And here's some pre-cooked ones. They basically just put them back on there to heat them up then. And you just buy them and start eating away. Yeah, Grill Star. Okay, so there's not as much music here, so I can do a little bit of a normal talking. And there's some models here modeling the Doberman Pinscher. It's a little bit hard to see in the shade, but I think they're either modeling the clothes or they're modeling the dog. I'm not sure. Hi, здравствуйте. Let's get out of the sun here a little. That's a bit better. And then we have famous Doberman Pinscher. Okay, walking around a little bit more here. I think we have like famous Russian chef.
Сумма разума на Земле. Величина постоянная, а население растет.
They're doing like a quiz talking about barbecuing, and I guess they're giving away prizes as well, so it's kind of nice. They have a lot of exhibits here as well as barbecue kind of guys selling the barbecue food, and then demonstrations about cooking as well. Just walking around, there's lots of different demonstrations and different chefs and kind of like celebrity chefs, I guess. They're showing like different cooking techniques and
the best ways to do barbecuing, and everybody is kind of interested and interacting. It's a really nice, it's a beautiful day here in Moscow today, so it's a ton of people here as well, like really, like a lot of people just walking around. It's, you know, there's guys here with their selling knives for barbecuing, and there's actually a lot of the different brands of barbecue companies. So there's demonstrations on how to use them, there's kind of the sales reps for them. So everybody is here. It's different places a little bit noisy and the music is really up. So check this out. Oh, this looks like soup, I think. Yeah, like a vegetable soup in a big barbecue pot. Check that out. Now, just walking around, the one thing you're going to notice is the crowds of people. There is a lot of people here, really. It's, I think, a little bit hard to kind of tell. It's actually over around about, I guess, 2 kind of blocks, or 2 city blocks, that they've got this sort of set up. And then they've just got stand after stand of kind of food stalls, I guess you would call it. And then there's some with beer, some with wine, some with basically different types of barbecue foods, meats. This one's got hot dogs. But there's a good choice of food here walking around. Plenty of drinks. And you can see it's beautiful weather, so not really an excuse not to come today. There's obviously quite an American influence to a lot of this as well. So when you walk around, you know, a lot of the wording and branding is very American. I'm going to be very honest about it, you know, but I think barbecuing and grilling is everywhere in the world, not just in Russia. Get some drinks right here. So they've got corn right here. Check this out. Fresh corn right there on a stick. It's always nice. Even the chef is partaking as well. So the chef has to eat while he's cooking, right? I think that's going to be hand in hand. Just have a look at the crowds walking through here. It's kind of comes and goes how busy it is, but there's just streams of people walking down the different kind of laneways here. This is an old kind of factory area in Moscow region, which has now basically been repurposed and kind of more of an artsy kind of area now, with little shops and cafes all around. But on the weekends like this, very nice. Just having a look here, it's kind of such a contrasting place. So there's these kind of old factory buildings that have been remodeled and renovated, and then really just off in the distance, these are very modern Russian apartment buildings. I mean, that place behind there is probably about 40 stories or so.
They're so beautiful, guys.
Yeah, yeah. And then also in the very distance over here is a Stankana Tower. That's the famous television tower in Moscow. But yeah, check that out. The graffiti on the building here. Here's some very different kind of bear meats. Check that out. Just there. Yeah, and actually some dried meats, cured meats, canned. Guess you can get canned bear right here. It's very interesting. And keeping on walking, some more different cheeses and meats, porks, chicken. Very interesting. Check out all of the salamis here. This is very cool as well. These ladies are doing a good trade with the dried meats. A lot of these things that really can't be bought in Moscow, they're very much always from the regions, and they kind of brought here really just for these kind of events, festivals and things like that. So It's very nice. This one over here has got some honeys and jams. These jams look very nice. Have a look at some of these barbecues here. How cool is this thing? That's very neat. And you can grill right there on the table. I got the pans there and the oven. Have a look at some of these things. These are really high-end barbecues. Sit around the table and enjoy the meal. The only thing like this is you end up cooking your own dinner. It's the only drawback to this. When you go to someone's house, you want one person to be grilling, but the whole family can do that here. There's a very interesting caravan here. I guess this is kind of very Russian style caravan. So basically there's kind of the bed up the top, I guess, for maybe one child. And then maybe the parents on the bottom there. And then around the back here you can do the cooking. And you've got like a little setup here with a small kitchen and then the tank underneath and battery. How cool is this? Looks like it's all custom made. It's very neat. Here's some different cured meats and fish. Very interesting how they're kind of, in a kind of way, they're cured meats that they're basically cooked in a smoker, and then you buy them basically in grams. And they've got some drinks here as well. This is basically like a kind of like home brew kind of a beer, but it's no alcohol. So as the music gets a little bit louder, I'm going to eventually kind of, because of all of the copyrights and things of music, so I won't film a little bit further ahead. I'll do a kind of a voiceover, but some pretty neat sort of stands here. This guy's got churros right here. And then lots of people passing by. There's some chocolates, cheeses, different hams, different beers, different drinks. It's wines. And have a look at the rooftop seating up there. You can sit on that upper level as well.
Jump in the line, one more time, jump in the line. Yeah, right, jump in the line, one more time, jump in the line. Спасибо.
So this is kind of the main, I guess, main area of the whole grillfest.
It's been 7 hours and I'm gone in.
And there's a concert basically going on. Lots of people eating and drinking and just enjoying themselves. I think that's the main thing.
Since you took your love away.
It's very interesting. Everybody looks pretty happy.
I can see around you.
They're just walking around. There's a lot of food choices here, so there's a lot of places you can choose to eat. Yeah, it's very nice. And have a look at the apartment buildings behind here. They're really, there's such a contrast in the area where we are here. Now, for everybody around the world, I wonder what the legality is by having just a big 44-gallon drum and a fire going. It's in this shade here. It's quite cool, so everyone's coming to warm up. But sorry for the music, but it's all playing. And then lots more stalls and oh, and then look here, the pig on a spit. Okay, so finally the music has kind of stopped playing for a little while, so we can just talk a little bit here. And there is a ton of people here. This is like the main I guess, kind of hall area. All the tables and chairs here, all the different food stands and concessions. It's very nice. I mean, there is really a lot of people, like really just walking around. And they got some different events from the meat companies as well, so such a nice spot. It is a little bit cooler here in the shade, but still very nice place out here today. Everybody's enjoying the weather. I don't think you could ask for a better day, really, to come here than this. So just walking around here, the outdoor area, you can see the kind of crowds that have come out. It's really like amazing. There is a ton of people. It's they have paella here, which is not so Russian, but it's still pretty neat to see paella with big prawns. Very nice. Everybody's enjoying, having some drinks, some beer, wine, Aperol. I see everyone with Aperol. And then there's different sort of basically barbecues, different versions of barbecuing, which is very neat. See the lines for some of them. And then just dining here inside. And right next to all these sort of old buildings, these were old factories going back a couple of years ago, so it's very neat. And just walking around a little bit more here, you can see just the amount of people that I'm kind of struggling to walk around holding the camera, so there's a crowd of people. It's a good mix of people too. There's obviously, being that a lot of the places sell alcohol, there's a good mix of obviously adults and and there's a lot of family and kids here as well. I think any excuse to come out and have some barbecue and some food, I think is a good excuse. The sun's kind of very awkward behind all the buildings walking this way, so we'll walk on a bit further. Good crowds of people here tonight. There's people everywhere, really. It's oh. There's this trailer barbecue here. Guys doing hot dogs, or it's like a sausage sizzle kind of thing. There we go. Then just walking around a little bit further, this different buildings that have repurposed. It's kind of like a Sunday afternoon market here. This is pretty cool. Now they've got music kind of playing like you wouldn't believe here, but it's I guess it's upbeat and it's kind of interesting. But it's in an old kind of warehouse kind of place, and lots of just small market kind of shops. A lot of jewelry and handcrafted items. It's very neat. Some clothing stalls, but it's very much, for me in Australia, this would be like Fremantle markets. So maybe if you're in Melbourne, Vic markets. I don't know what to compare it with in the US. I've never seen anything exactly like this where I've traveled. So a lot of handmade clothing here and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Some nice handmade wooden items here as well. Some clothes. Yeah, it's very neat. Let's just swing around. And check it out. Lots of people here, by the way, lots and lots of people. And as the train goes right behind me at the same time, I'm heading off to go home now. Thanks everybody for watching the video. Thanks for coming along to the Grillfest 2022 here in Moscow, Russia. Hope you liked it. Bit of a day in the life, I guess you could say, you know, just checking everybody out, have a look at some of the food. Actually, I did have a nice burger. I didn't film that part because I was with some friends at the time, so I did have some nice food, by the way. And also some of the tastings as well, where they've got those masterclasses. There was some nice food that you could just do taste testing of, so yeah, it was a good day. Thanks everybody, traveling with Russell. Thanks again to all the new subscribers in the last few weeks. There's lots of people that are new to the channel. Have a look at some of the other videos in the playlists. If you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you liked it. Maybe post something in the comments. Maybe it's different to where you live, what it's like. I'm pretty sure this is sort of something quite similar, but yeah. Thanks everybody. See you in another video. Bye.